Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Season 4, Episode 4. This is a big game. If we beat the Jets and the Chiefs lose this week, then we lock up the division. Um, Now, our division is probably the weakest in the AFC. So, if we don't win the division, we probably still have a chance at the wild card. Um, but the division is probably going to be the easiest way in. So, 3 games left. We have a 1 game lead on the 3 wildcard teams, and then we have a 2 game lead on the teams that are just outside of the wild card. So really, if we just win one more game, we lock up a playoff spot. However, if we win and the Chiefs lose, then we're in the actually that'll lock up the division for us because that'll put us at 9-4-1, and that'll put the Chiefs at 7-5. And with just 2 games left, even if we lose if we lose the last 2 games and the Chiefs win their last 2 games, that'll still put us a half game ahead of them. So winning this game is going to be a big thing that we need to do. And the Chiefs are playing at 1 o'clock against the Bengals, which are the best team in the league right now. So keep an eye out for the ticker at the bottom and watch that score. See if the Chiefs are losing. Maybe at halftime, coach will give us when he does the run around the league, maybe he'll show the Chiefs score so that we can kind of see how things are going. But again, a Nighthawks win and a Chiefs loss means we are the division champs this year. So, important game. Let's go Nighthawks.
Today, from Oklahoma City, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Kirk Cousins and the Oklahoma City Nighthawks taking on Sam Darnold and the New York Jets.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Oklahoma City Nighthawks. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Oklahoma City team as they enter play here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The USC product, Sam Darnold, the number 3 overall pick in 2018, ready to go. Here's the Jets take over on offense.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
The numbers for Sanders last week, 15 carries, 67 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
2nd down and 3. To throw is Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
New York.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Darnold on first down. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
O.J. Howard.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
At the 47.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Down right around the 25.
Sanders.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
25-yard line.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
From the 25 on second down, Darnold, he's going to take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time. And it's third down.
Down. And 7 yards to go.
Back to throw, Darnold. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
From the 8, they've got it first and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading them out is their 6'2 quarterback who was a 4th-round pick back in 2012, Kirk Cousins.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. From all the way up at the 38 now after after a good start to the drive. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Cousins pass.
Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
At the
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Seven yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Logan Ryan on the tackle. It's a gain of 7. Brings up
from the 40 now on 2nd down. Cousins. And he's got his man on the out route. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 3 catches, 62 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Play action now. Cousins. And he's got a man wide open, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another 1st down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing, so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
A 6-yard loss.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Nighthawks 3.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful at getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on overall. Evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Darnold, he lost the football.
Myles Garrett. Sam Darnold sacked.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The stop made by Myles Garrett. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now they'll get this to Mims on the jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Brings up 3rd.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th.
It's now.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
It certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that #1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's hot? Who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs? Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain. That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. He'll get this to Ward. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Number 84.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
At the 40.
Again, it's Cousins. Wide open receiver, complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the 1st quarter as that's a 1st down. How about the 1st quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. Chubb with a carry on first down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's second down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On play action, Cousins. That's complete to Ward. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 24-yard line.
10 at the 24-yard line.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
That's the
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
3.
2nd and 8. Cousins now. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll run with Chubb. And they will take this one in for a touchdown. Nick Chubb with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line. Because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Offense for the Jets, ready to take over and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Sanders, the ball
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now this window is running back out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in it.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
A loss of 9 yards. Another 3.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Here's Braden Mann now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself, at this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
And a give this time to the tailback. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They go play action. Cousins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
Well, we could talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam! Puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play fake, Cousins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete from the contest.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. 3rd and short yardage. Cousins looking left side. He's got it complete. And he will take it in for a touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Now for the point after. It's good to make it 17-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
Score Nighthawks 17, Jets 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects.
And it's a fumble. It's going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
An extra point attempt here still to come. This a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Jets back in possession. There's Denzel Mims.
With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts, one of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy.
Darnold, he lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. And he'll take this into the end zone. And hold on here, we do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
A gain of 3, second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Complete.
7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Here's Sanders. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
To number 80.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll run with Sanders. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line.
Now it's Darnold.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
New York.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try waiting to the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Darnold completes it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down
inside the 20. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Darnold from the red zone now. And they're going to get him. He's sagged back around the 28.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Here's Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. To throw is Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
For the field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns.
Jets 10.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
At their own 20.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
First down, here's Cousins. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete.
On the throw.
Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 4.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, here's Cousins. Over the middle, completes this to Ward. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. Throw left side, caught here by Ward. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
At the 44-yard line. A gain of 4.
2nd and 6. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The throw over the middle, taken in. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
7-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Cousins on first down. On the crossing route, complete. It's Ward. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Brings up second.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
First and 10.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Cousins now to throw on first down. And he's got it. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The offense trots back onto the field, and we shine our Madden spotlight on Sam Darnold. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and...
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And that's complete to Sanders. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now Sanders. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Final play of the half. Cousins. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
With the score.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll get things started in the heartland, Kansas City, as they're at home to take on Cincinnati. And it's the Chiefs who are out in front as they move towards halftime. Patrick Mahomes has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we fly east to Philly to check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. Carson Wentz has thrown a couple of touchdown passes there. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. 2 touchdown passes there for Teddy Ballgame. In the game you're watching, it's been Kirk Cousins with a hot hand in the first half. He's thrown for nearly 300 yards already as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
At the 20.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield if they don't have it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Intercepted by the Jets. They'll take over first.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
Sanders, the ball
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12.
The tackle made.
2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Darnold on 1st down. And Mims has got it. Touchdown, Jets.
Complete to
Denzel Mims. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Precision, precision, precision. That's the definition of it right there. Great pass, great catch for the score.
Yeah, people talk about arm strength all the time. Well, if you're not precise and you're not accurate, the arm strength really doesn't matter. We saw a little bit of everything with that throw.
Jets will look to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown.
17.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb.
27-yard
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play.
34-yard
Well,
line.
you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They run it again with Chubb. And he will have the first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Christian Wilkins in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here's Matt Hawk now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. New York ready to go again offensively. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
31. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's caught by Howard. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Complete.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and
The
3.
shotgun snap for Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 70th catch for him on the year. Like so many others, this goes for a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Sanders. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
He's tackled at the
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
brings up 2nd and 8.
Darnold from the gun. And Sanders has got it complete.
Darnold's pass.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A gain of 5.
You give them 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On first down, it's Darnold. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
At the 9-yard line.
Darnold to throw again. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
The tackle made.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now it's Darnold. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Chase Claypool. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. To return, here's Agnew. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And that could be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. And 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Play action now. Cousins. And his throw here is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
3rd down and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll punt it away for the second time.
Jamison Crowder on the return. The Jets take over 1st and 10.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run. It's Sanders. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
The ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Darnold complete to Crowder. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Jets.
On first down, Darnold. It's caught by Sanders. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
42-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Completion here to Claypool. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Three yards remain for second down. Darnold. And he finds Howard complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. This will be a jet sweep to Crowder. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw is Darnold. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
AC
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Point after try forthcoming. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
At the 31-yard line.
Now Darnold. He'll find Lindsey here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Complete to Philip Lindsay. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Jets.
A first down throw, Darnold. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Oh, partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Again, Darnold. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
It's a gain of 13, but it's 3rd down.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. Trying to lay one up. It's caught at the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Pass interference. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Lutz to try to end the PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Cousins on first down. He'll get this to Ward. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Ball carrier.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
2nd and
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The offense on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Escapes the sack. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's complete to Ward. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Now Chubb. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
At the ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now a handoff here to his running back. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd and 2, Cousins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Cousins. Over the middle, completes this to Ward. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick here is good. But wait up now. A flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the first. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. They run. Chubb. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
He was brought down
2nd and 5 now. Cousins. And it's caught. Touchdown. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now the extra point.
Point after.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told.
31.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete.
2nd down and 10. Darnold, incomplete. The trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Law had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
It's 4th down.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold, he's going to... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, he's definitely a big target out there, listed at 6'4", and he used every one of those extra inches to go up and make that catch.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To the air again, Darnold. Open man is Howard, the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Throwing again is Darnold. That's caught by Howard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Darnold on 1st down. Able to connect with Mims. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Sanders. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and...
Another run here with Sanders.
Miles Sanders, the ball carrier.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bulldog.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
New York.
Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, Okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Good.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14.
38.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And it looks like this one won't work out. Ham's team able to secure the football. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. New York set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
They probably just want to put this one behind them.
Today's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys. They're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the home team here, the win is number 9 for them on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they dropped their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, looks like we took care of business, and winning our game is the only thing that we could control. Unfortunately, the Chiefs won, but we can't control that. We just have to go out next week and take care of business. So, the win today does lock up at least a wild card spot. So we did make the playoffs, which is good. However, we'll have to wait another week to see if we can lock up the division. And since next week is a chance to lock up the division, then that 4th game of the season I'm going to play or put up here for you is going to be the next game. See if we can win it. I still scratch my head from time to time at the play calling, but it is what it is. We won. We're in the playoffs. Kirk Cousins had a heck of a day, but I don't know where our defense was. There's no reason why we should have gave up 38 points. Our defense could have stopped them at least once, right? I mean, I say that, and I know we got 2 scores off of defense, but man, for a 4-10 team, which is what the Jets are now, we should not have given up 38 points, given what our defense is. So hopefully that fixes itself as we go in the playoffs, because we can't give up big numbers like that in the playoffs, otherwise our season's done. But anyway, playoff bound. Let's get the division win next episode. All right. Thank you for watching. Tune in tomorrow.